I was in it for a minute, dog. I was in it. I was halfway through our combo up here.
You're kind of light, dude. Like, hello? I don't know about you, but I'm about to do what I gotta do.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Restore Love's first sit down. My name's Jackson Looman. I'm a co-founder of Restore Love, as well as a DJ producer. My artist name is Sheyta, and we're here with our brother Black Wolf Sound to talk about a little bit about it.
What's up?
What's good, brother?
Sitting down with the get down? Is
Yes,
that
sir.
what it was? Getting down with the sit down. That's
Well,
what we're doing.
we just had Black Wolf play a nice intimate set for us. So, how would you tell us a little bit about Black Wolf Sound, man? What is Black Wolf Sound?
Well, I guess I would say Black Wolf Sound isn't. I think the biggest distinction I want to make immediately is that it's not just me. It's not just one person up there doing one thing. It's an entire. I want it to be an entire movement. It takes a collective to make what I have in mind happen. And I mean, I think it'll be just through doing things like this, meeting beautiful people
Totally.
like we are surrounded with right now, and just continuing to push as much as I can. And it's all based around love. Power of love can change the world. I truly believe it, and preach it every day.
Yes, sir. Definitely vibe with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, man. Sweet. So, would you tell us a little bit about your inspirations? What drives your music? What inspires you, brother?
So this is always a fun one. A lot of people ask me what music I listen to, and I never really have an answer because a lot of times I do, and some people are like, one of my friends says like, you sound conceited. I'm like, oh, like, I know, but like, I really only listen
Ain't
on
even
my
that.
own music, like a lot of times, but every now and then an artist will come into my life and like a certain style of music through a friend or something. I feel like for example, I fell in love with a guy named Chopin, who is from the
Uh-huh.
1600s.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, an old composer, and it was the first time I experienced classical music and felt something. Most of the time, it was just like cool, you
Yep.
know, like
Right.
right on some chill music. But yeah, I experienced Chopin, and then next thing I knew, one of my coworkers at Chiba Hut, shout out Chiba Hut,
Shout out to Chiba Hut.
we had Secret Santa, and we were diving into some classical music. She played violin, and she ended up getting me for Secret Santa, so I got to go to the Denver Symphony and watch them perform Chopin.
Oh, epic.
And yeah, oh yeah, it was amazing. Literally, as soon as the dude hit the piano key, I started crying.
Wow.
It
Totally.
was amazing. Yeah.
Of course.
And so then after that, that kind of led to me opening up to instrumentation, which led to me doing an acoustic album. Like, and I mean, like, it's definitely not the best. Like, now that I've listened back on it, I'm like, you know, I went for it. And I feel like that's kind of what my music is just simply going for it. And, like, if it feels good, you're probably going to hear it. Because, like, if I'm enjoying it, you're probably going to hear it. And so, yeah, I dove into instrumentation through Chopin. And then there's artists like Enzo, Flume. Those were definitely some of the first ones. But definitely like Buku, Minnesota. There's some bass side of my music.
Definitely can hear a bit of that in it for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sounding good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So yeah, man, what goals we got moving forward?
I mean, I'd say probably a short-term goal. I haven't played main room black box, so that's definitely just like especially kind of with the setup right now. Just it's super intimate because everybody's sitting down. It's not your classic. Everybody's going to the black box for the be dancing the whole time. It's a whole different vibe there. So right now, a short-term goal is to play there, just to be able to. I feel like it's a good place to storytell right now, and so I think that's kind of the crowd I want to play for. Um, Probably in the next couple years, I hope to see myself doing music full time for sure. Just like that 8 to 4. as much as I love Chiba Hut and I love working, I'm ready to work on music full time. So
I feel that.
yeah, so I'd say just getting to a point in the next couple of years of having that be my steady income and having that be just what I will get to wake up and do every day. Like that's where I see myself in a couple of years.
Nice.
At least like medium goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Sounds great. Yeah. So, how about tell us about maybe your best experience at a festival?
Best experience like
Playing a festival.
I would say one of my at festivals I tend to have these crazy experiences where I run into, I'm sure everybody experiences this at festivals, but I always run into somebody that seems to need whatever I gotta tell them. And so I always start with the hug. Always gotta start with the hug.
Clutch with the
Like,
hug.
you know, and then it usually, I'd say a few times. My favorite one would be there was a couple walking by me at a place called Paradiso at the Gorge. All the homies, one of my favorite festivals. Um, a couple walked by and I just grabbed one of them. I was like, "Can I give you a hug?"
Mhm.
And she's like, "Of course." Like, what? Like, sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I gave her a hug and she started crying and I was like, yeah, like I could feel you,
Needed
dude.
it.
Like you guys need it. And so then I was like, all right. I was like, you're next. And so I gave her
Mhm.
boyfriend a hug and he started crying and we dove into this beautiful conversation just about like some stuff they had been going through as a couple and we like got to work through it at a festival, which was like,
Amazing.
yeah. And so I mean,
Really special. Yeah.
yeah, I'd say that's one. There's so many beautiful moments. I mean, I festivals, I
Yeah.
mean, miss the hell out of them for sure.
Definitely. It definitely sounds like the vibe you're bringing on a
Yeah.
consistent basis. You know, just kind of
Yeah.
spreading that love, that connection, growth. I
Mhm.
feel it, man.
Mhm.
Love what you're doing, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, what kind of obstacles have you hit
Oh
along the way?
god. Oh my god. I mean, I'd say like the one that probably any artist could say at this point in their career is like where I'm at is just the self doubt. Like, there's so many times where you get so much momentum going, and then the next thing you know, it's just like, oh god, now I'm back to the same grind of like I gotta go to work, and then you get a little taste of like, damn, this would be cool if this was my full, and then it's like,
Mhm.
all right, and so that gets like that obstacle that happens way too much, especially after all everything going on. Like there was a lot of momentum going, and then now I'm like, and I mean you're kind of seeing it throughout the field. Hey,
Hey, Bobby.
hey, and
But yeah.
they like I mean you're kind of seeing people choose what to do at this time right now. I'd say this was a pretty big obstacle just for like anybody right now as an artist, like deciding what to do with all this downtime. And so yeah, I mean I'm doing all I can. I mean I'd say that yeah, coronavirus, the just like self doubt, probably those two as of
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
So it's so hard to build any momentum with anything.
Yeah, it's just like it's a whole different world for marketing. It's a whole different world for connecting. You're not like creating a fan base. You can't like go out and just like connect all the time
Right.
with strangers and hope to God to listen to your music. You know, it's
Exactly.
like you have your few people you might see here and there, and so yeah, I mean, I'm sure every artist is going through right now,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what to do with this
Doing
time.
stuff like we're doing now, you know, like
Yeah,
creating,
trying to
cultivating a
yeah
vibe,
exactly.
recording it, and putting it out there so people actually have a chance to catch the vibe
Yeah,
and be a part of it.
yeah.
It's,
I think it's a good opportunity right now for a lot of people to kind of. I feel like everything's been pulled back, which also brings like those big leaguers kind of down a little bit, and like you're seeing it happen, like especially in the Colorado scene. Like there's some really like a lot of my homies even. I'm just like, what? Like, dang, dude, like good for you. Like,
mm-hmm.
and it's because like yeah, there's a lot of opportunity right now, and you're seeing the people that have been working capitalizing on it.
Indeed, man.
Yeah.
Indeed. So what do you see yourself in 10 years? What's that look like?
I'm gonna own my own festival. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I'll own it, but we'll own it. Like
We'll have it.
we'll have
We'll
a
have
festival for sure of some sort. Definitely 10 years. I'm pretty optimistic. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be on my second tour. That's definitely something.
Mm.
I mean, I had a tour set up for this last year,
I
and I
remember.
literally told my mom as I left in 2000 and was it 18. I was like, I'm gonna go. I'll be back here playing a show by 2020, and it was
It
lined
would've
up.
happened.
But then all this crap happened, so then it got shut down, and this is not a thing. But like, I mean, I that's kind of where my head's at. That's where I like to see myself. Definitely playing like festivals. Definitely full time job as music.
Dope. So if you had a little advice to give some new artists, how are you managing like being able to have to work somewhere else and also spend and make time for your
Mhm.
art and your craft? How do you stay motivated? How do you, cultivate that momentum?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it comes down to taking care of yourself. Like, whether that be, I mean, you should I mean, I think you should be taking care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. So, I mean, whether that be your reading for your mind, working out for your body, and then doing some like counseling for the spirit, like just doing like becoming a well-rounded individual who can handle when things get a little intense. Because I feel
Mhm.
like once I put in that work, because when I first moved here, it was all about getting this right, like learning to love myself, learning to be able to like handle myself and figuring out who I am as a person.
Mhm.
And so now I'm able to in these times sit down and get in my routine that I created. If you don't have a routine, I recommend like getting something to where if you feel like you're kind of getting off, you can sit back down and be like, okay, let's wake up at 6:30 again. You're gonna meditate or like you're gonna work out. You're gonna do whatever you do, so then you can kind of get yourself back on that path of creative flow, the path of just like taking care of yourself. Because like I said, I mean, I feel like when I'm
Mhm.
like waking up, doing my routine, eating right, doing just like everything I can to better myself, music comes a lot easier, and I live by it for sure.
Yeah, like the space, the focus and stuff comes too,
Yeah,
and taking care of
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. It's definitely some little golden nugget of
Yeah.
advice for sure.
And for music, always finish your tracks. I feel like people get caught up with like the whole this has got to be the one. This is going to be the one.
Mhm.
I mean like you're not going to know when you make the one. That's what like if I've learned anything from documentaries or like just hearing artists talk about their craft. They're like, "Oh yeah, we just like sat down and like it just felt good. We created it and here we are."
Happen.
It just I mean, you're not going to know. So like I would say get out of your head. I mean, it's just a good thing on anything. If you have an idea, you have to finish it. You have to get it down. Even if you just don't like it, you're like this isn't it. You have to get that final idea done and out of the way so you can get this new one flowing and get it going.
Definitely, totally learning how to kind of just let go of it
Yeah.
when it's not
Mhm.
perfect with our OCD in mind and
Mhm.
perfection. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, just learning how to let it go, put it out there. I feel that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Well, what do you got projects coming up? What should we be looking for?
So, I mean, I have a single coming out on the 20th called "Catch Them Sleeping." It's all original. It's definitely like like
Whoa.
I've been working on a lot of getting vocals in. Been playing a lot of guitar. Been playing piano. Currently don't have a piano. Hopefully just got one, so we'll get back on it. But
Mhm. It's coming.
that one's coming out on the 20th of this month. Working. I've been working on a docu series. It's definitely I'm on episode 5. I'm guessing there's going to be around 8. So I mean I'm doing literally everything myself to the point where I've filmed it, I'm editing it, I'm putting each episode has its own song. There's a lot going on with it, so it's definitely a big project that I'm super excited about and super excited to share. I've shared it around with some homies and seem to dig it. So
Dope, man.
yeah,
Be excited. Looking for it.
yeah, man.
Yeah. So, how do we find you? How do we find you on social media, on SoundCloud? What's
Yes, so Black Wolf Sound, that's definitely the best way to find. That's on SoundCloud. I'm definitely on all platforms for music. If you there is another Black Wolf.
Yup.
Of course there is. and I have to. I even like will sometimes get notifications that he's getting credit for some of my stuff, and I'm like, damn, all right. So Black Wolf Sound. That's officially now been all shifted everything over. If you do put the sound after it, then you'll be able to find me.
Word. All right, dude. Black Wolf Sound. My brother.
Yeah, buddy.
So grateful to have you on here. Be part of the Restore Love vibe squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's been
thanks
beautiful.
thanks-
Absolutely thankful.
Yeah,
for you
thanks,
all.
thanks for
Yeah.
sitting down with us, brother. And thanks everybody for tuning in. We love you. Tune in next time.
Let's go, dude.
Alright. That shit'll get better.
Oh yeah. We did it, man.
Yeah.